influence your dreams. And I don't want to talk about nightmares that I had. So I was like, okay, fuck it. I'll just wait and re-record it. So we're here today, and I love how I waited, because my neighbors on the left are doing construction, and now my neighbors on the right are doing construction. Oh, that's just fantastic. Okay, so for this video, I'm just gonna go to sleep, close your eyes, and imagine my dreams. So listen to what I'm saying, and hopefully my dreams can influence your dreams. Alright, now the first time I chose it randomly. I went online, googled, give me 5 random dates. And the ones they pulled were not good. So I specifically went through, scrolled through my list, because what I do every day when I wake up, most days, if I remember them, I write down my dream. And I usually remember a lot of them in great detail. And even like reading back some of these, I could like remember exactly what I was doing. But I didn't read through all of them. So I'm going to read May 13th. Now, when I was scrolling through, I'm all out of order. I looked and I was scrolling for ones that looked really big, so then I just picked those instead of short little stupid ones. Alright, so now you're gonna close your eyes, you're gonna put your phone down, you're gonna lay down, you're gonna get all comfy, and you're gonna imagine these dreams to hopefully influence your dreams, to have really weird dreams, and let me know when you wake up in the morning what your dream was. Okay. Alright, so we're just gonna get right into it. May 13th. There was a new light rail. Okay, I usually talk fast. Okay, I'm gonna talk normally. Whatever, okay. Alright, so May 13th, there was a new light rail that you could travel to from my town to London in 2 hours. So I started taking the train regularly. Okay, maybe I should have fucking reread these. Pre-read these. Because what the fuck? Okay, whatever, I'm gonna restart. May 13th, there was a new light rail that you could travel to from my town to London in 2 hours. So I started taking the train regularly. Skip that line. I had other dreams, but I can't remember. Oh, so I was in school, and I was with Simon, mini mentor, and a new student came in. We were supposed to be in 7th grade, and the new student in 8th. So we were talking with the new student, and he said he was 18. Me and Simon both said we were 13, as regular 7th graders are. Then like 2 minutes later, Simon said he was 25, he's 30, and I said I was 24, I'm 21. And we both started laughing really hard at the fact that he really thought we were 13. We were coloring with crayons now on paper. We were still in my parents' bedroom, which is where everything was taking place. But then I looked up from the paper and we were now in my grandma's living room. It was like a talent show type thing, and this girl went up. I don't remember who it was, but she was not funny. Nobody was laughing at her jokes. All I remember was for the end of her set, she went, "Now I'm gonna sing a song by Taylor Swift," but she sang Party Rock Anthem by LMFAO. Now Josh, or Circa, was there. It was just me, him, and Simon in the classroom once they left. I had to go to the bathroom, so I walked to where in my grandma's house would be a stairway. I opened the door and it was my bathroom at home. I think someone was in the middle of cleaning it, so I couldn't flush it, but the lid was clear, so everyone could just see I went. I didn't shit though. Then I went back to the living room, but it actually turned into a little gymnasium. It was Holy Day or something, and I had 5 rosemaries and I had to drop them in 5 different buckets. KSI was sitting at the first table, so I dropped one in there and then left the room. Now / when I write / in my notes, that means I had a new dream. Alright, also just remembered I woke up and checked Instagram and saw that my friend texted in our chat that they were adding 3 new members to Zero Base 1. They had 10, and now it was gonna be 13, and Jay was one of the members. And I'm skipping that last line, because what the fuck? Okay. Also, side note, I feel like I'm getting sick, so that's why I'm stopping a lot. Alright, February 23rd, me and my 2 friends from high school were in the lobby of Prudential Center to see a concert. There was a roped off area. Now sometimes in my dreams I draw pictures, so I'm gonna try and describe it. It was just like a regular arena, like by like the merch stands. it was just like a small roped off area, like not in the center, just like towards the side by the wall. And that was basically what it was. It was a small screen with 20 seats. The VIP section opened up, but there was no one checking tickets, so we snuck in and sat all the way in the back. It was just us and all old people. Slash. My friend had like 50 tattoos all over her arms and legs. Okay. Now I feel like... Okay, I can read the first part of this dream, but I cannot read the second part because I accidentally read the second part the first time I tried recording this, and it was not a good dream. Okay. April 21st. Dream I've had before. Involved a bunch of YouTubers. I saw a creator clash. We had to go in water and travel through dirty water, but I had a bunch of cuts in my body. I go in the water and start racing just to find out that they let George Not Found win, because he had just debuted a new chest tattoo. It was a quote from the Bible on his chest, and I was like, damn, y'all could have told me before, so I'm not suffering right now. Something else happened, but I can't remember. Slash. There was this new Going 17 released where it was on theme with Busok Soon. It was a travel kit where you could track your activity and see who else in the world had it on and how they were doing, etc. I was in Korea and was surrounded by a few other carrots, but they were from Norway, I think, so we couldn't really communicate. It was in the middle of this soccer field / park. As I was walking by the table, I saw the score sheet, and you're supposed to share food with others to get their opinion on it. So these two girls from middle school were there, and they were so hungry, and I was like, dude, the whole point is to share. And then all of a sudden, they got so many plates on their table. Then the Blackpink concert started. Yes, at this restaurant / park. I guess we were in Japan now. I don't really understand where we were. They were right in front of me at some points. But while they were there, I was like, why am I not recording this? I did get a selfie with Rose and Jisoo though. And at one point, Anti-Fragile came on, and Jaewon and Kazuha were right in front of me. I started dancing, but since my arm kept getting stuck in my sleeve, she wasn't hyping me up or praising me, and only doing that to the person next to me, who was dancing well. Okay, and I am not going to read the rest of this dream. Okay, so now here are a few ones that I was scrolling through and picked out. Alright, these are fucking long ones. Alright, so get ready. Also, I don't know if I said this already, but as soon as I wake up, I write these dreams, so a lot of them have typos. And I don't know what the fuck I'm saying, but here we go. Alright, February 3rd, I was flying to Scotland and England for a few days. I think I was going with my mom and dad, but when we got to the airport, it was not my mom or my dad, whoever it was. We missed the check-in point, so our bags weren't allowed to go on the plane. This one dude put our bags with the others, and the person checking the bag was like, just this one time. And we were like, OMG, thank you. The plane was kind of like a couch in a living room. While we were in line to go on the plane now, two people from middle school showed up. The person checking the bags went away, so we were like, OMG, sneak on the plane with us, see what happens. So we sat down, and the stewardess didn't do anything, so they got a free trip to England. When we got there, I don't know what happened to our bags, but we got out and went along with our day. I got a tattoo. It was like $300. Shouldn't it be pounds? When I went to pay the artist, I realized I had too much cash, but it wasn't all British pounds. I had Romanian dollars, euros, and then Nust fake money. That's what it says. Nust fake money. I also had these cards. One of them was a Polaroid picture of John Lennon from 1974 that Paul McCartney signed, and my dad said that it was worth $5.5 million. I don't know how the time of day went, but I was telling my friends we should get an English /breakfast/lunch, but we never did. Instead of taking the train, I was told the fastest way to Scotland was by boat. So when I got to the canal, there was one dude paddling, and he had no other room for me to stand on. It wasn't a boat, just a small panel. It was only about a 2-minute travel. but at some points we had to squeeze through walls, and it was really tight fit. Once we got to the floating dolphins, that's how we knew we were in Scotland. We arrived and they were singing/flying dolphins, meaning they whistled every time they jumped in the air above the water. Me and the guy started floating in water with the dolphins, like how in Minecraft you go faster when you have dolphins. That's what was happening to us. When I got out of the water, I noticed Curtis Connor was there. After I said hi, we noticed there were rainbow floating hot dogs in the center of the water. I started to record a video and I panned to him, and he went, "What the fuck?" Now here I drew a picture. Okay, so now just like imagine a circle, and then you know how you draw a sun? You draw like lines going out of the sun. Now imagine all those lines as canalways with water and buildings in between all the lines. Now take the original sun and just turn that into water. That's where the floating hot dogs were. The rainbow floating hot dogs, apparently. Okay, next part of my dream, I was back in London. I was at the Grammys, but it wasn't the actual Grammys. I was sitting close to the front of the stage, and Danny Gonzalez was announcing the next award. It was for the most horror-like channel. The nominees were Danny Too Furious, Curtis Connor, and I don't remember the 4 others. Curtis and 3 others were standing on stage with him, and Danny went, "I'm gonna give this award to the person standing with me on stage, the person with no father." And then he gave the award to Curtis without saying anything else. But he looked so confused. He didn't even give a speech. Then the audience clapped and they all walked off stage. Then it transformed into the next KSI boxing match. I was sitting at a different spot on the floor now, and KSI was sitting right in front of me. I don't know. There was no boxing that happened, but KSI disappeared. I guess went backstage. Whoops, I just accidentally burped really loud. And where I was sitting was with a few other photographers in the crowd, along with Con and John from the Sidemen crew. But when I went to go sit down, I knocked the flash off of someone's camera, and everyone went, "Ooh." But I wasn't saying anything, not even sorry or I'll pay for the damages. But I was thinking it in my head. Then I tried to put the flash back on, but it sparked, so I ran away to the aisle. This is what I wrote. Aisle, so no goals. Aisle, so no goals. Try and take good pictures. I'm pretty sure I meant to say, so I ran away to the aisle so I could try and take good pictures of the stage. Then KSI announced he was going on a tour for boxing, one in LA and one in New York. Okay, I can say this. The last part of my dream was a place I hadn't visited in like 7 years. I went in there, and they were like, "Remember Alex that used to come in here?" And I was like, "Hi, that's me." It was a daycare center, and the person working there was still there. And the child obviously didn't remember me, because she was 2 and now she was 9. The place still looked exactly the same. That was the fucking weird, right? Okay, now we're gonna get on to March 5th. I don't remember what was going on in the first one, but the living room couch was in my bedroom, and I shit all over the cushions. Wow, that's fantastic. We were in New York around 50th Street. Ninja Sex Party, who is performing, and me and Brianna had already had this conversation where I didn't know any of Ninja Sex Party on music. I've never talked to Brianna about Ninja Sex Party, but okay. We were standing in front of my house, which I don't know where we were, but like the window paneling was falling off, or actually, maybe we were in New York. I don't know. I think I used voice to text for this. Yeah, I definitely did. Okay. When we were in New York, I don't actually know what the first question I asked me was, what was the name of the most popular song? And I do not know, so he went, "Haha." And then I was like, "It's the one with Danny. We're in the blue suit and the star." And he was like, "Oh, correct." Then we were a little bit down the street, and I do not know who I was hanging out with, but I was with someone, 2 people from Virginia. And then as we were talking, my friend ran up, and now we were all together. So we decided to go to this burger and ice cream place, because the girl from Virginia said that they weren't from around here, so they didn't know where to go. We walked a little bit and crossed the street. We came across this burger and ice cream place. I only got an ice cream. Those $20. Wish I would never get that processing fees. And I was like, what the fuck is that? So then we went back to the venue. Now there's a long line of people waiting to get in, and then I see my friend and I grab her from the line, and the person I was with shows like, can I just go right in? And I don't know who you're with now, but I had to be like the son of Brian and the son of Danny. It was like whatever. But as we were walking to the front, people were like really jealous of us. Like you could see in their eyes. And there was someone recording a video of us that I saw, and she was crying. And she was like, the caption was dramatic. Queen saves the day. And it was a video of the 5 of us walking towards the door. No, that cut into my vision as I was walking apart, so I didn't actually see it from my point of view. I was going, but I thought my video's point of view. So we get the recovery through the fireworks. When we get to the table in the dining hall, I think the stage was really weird. It was like he was giving a presentation on something. There were like 6 big tables with like 8 seats. Let me draw it out, and I drew it out. I mean, there's nothing must. Just like imagine a gym with like 4 tables. 4 rows of tables. It was a small stage, and the tables were skinnier than that, with a lot of room in between them. No, that line in front of the stage at Brian was on top of a string, and he was like flying back and forth between the twins performing their song. And then there are people sitting over chairs, but there also saw people stake on the sides. Some people standing on the sides near the stage. He was walking around, giving the mic to people to sing, and he wasn't singing it. And when he walked by me, he looked at me, and then I immediately looked away, and I was thinking, oh, you know not to come to me with that. Okay, I don't know what the fuck that entire last stream was, but I definitely texted myself more dreams. Hold on. Yeah, okay, I knew I did. I don't know why they split into 2 different messages. Okay, so sometimes before my dream, I write like a short little sentence so I can like remember as I type it. So this was the sentence: Sauna, DoorDash, Lightstick, Logan Paul, 15 free tickets, front row, 600 to 750. Should have bought twice, Mr. Beast. March 24th. The dream happened out of order, but I'll make it in order. It was all about Twice's concert. I was at someone's house, and there were still VIP tickets / front row tickets popping up. They were between $600 and $750 for VIP front row, and I regret not buying them, because they all disappeared. Sometimes when I clicked on the ticket, it gave me the option to pay like 82 cents, and then an option for charity. So every time that popped up, of course I hit pay it, but I never got the confirmation screen. You got the tickets. Of course, my neighbors start talking right now. Anyway, eventually I looked at my app, and I had like 15 free tickets in my phone, one of them being front row VIP. I was with a girl from middle school, and she decided to FaceTime her sister and ask if she could go. Even though the tickets were free. The sister said no. So I was back at the concert. I went to the seat I had bought, which was in the 200s. I had my Icon, NCT, and Blackpink Lightstick. I was looking around and also complained to myself that there weren't enough 17 Lightsticks. I don't think I saw a single Twice Lightstick, but near me there were some ITZYs and a lot more Icon than I was expecting, maybe 6 others. We all complained that the new design was bad and the old design was superior. There were 2 boys from middle school. I was surprised to see them with an Icon Lightstick so passionately, and one of the dudes made fun of me. While sitting there before the show started, I decided to go and walk around the floor with the person I was with. I don't know who she was. I was walking, and I ended up seeing Kepler in the stands, but the stadium was very empty. Not a lot of people for the beginning of the concert. While we were there, I saw someone doing DoorDash, and I thought that would be a good way to make my money back that I spent on the concert ticket. So I somehow got a DoorDash bag and followed the girl in front. We went through a few doors, and we were right in front of Twice themselves. There was one person guarding the door, but she let us through right away without saying anything. When I got there, I was so quiet. I tried to pretend I didn't know who they were. So on my thing, I was like, Sana, so quietly. And she smiled. And I handed her the bag and whispered, "Here you go," and then walked away. When I got out of the room, she was just laughing at me. I wanted to try that free floor ticket, but when I got there, Logan Paul was in my seat. Turns out it was actually a Mr. Beast event going on, and Logan Paul tried stealing the show. He started preaching about something in the crowd, like when you go to the bathroom and touch the toilet seat, there is a little corner of shit that is left in every toilet. But then I ran over and kicked him to the ground, and he ran away. Everyone cheered. Mr. Beast was just on stage watching me. The show never ended up happening. I saw later that Toys performed and mixed his dice with chairs, but Momo's chair broke, and she almost fell off stage, and the other members just kept performing. While Sloan and another person jumped on stage just to take pictures of it, and the other members, no one stopped them, and the song kept going. Slash slash slash. Me and Hassan were in a dentist room with another girl. She was a dentist or an assistant, but she was showing us the equipment and how to use it. Isn't that an interesting dream? Alright. Okay, now here's a dream I sent the other day. That still didn't show up, but let's see what this is. February 19th. The street by my house transitioned between high school hallway to actual street. So I was walking from the hallway to the street, and I saw a table that my mom was selling things on. There was a table that said 20% off, but it was all my t-shirts. She never told me she was selling my shirts, so I called the cops on her. She showed up immediately, since they were right down the street, and they came and moved the table inside of the high school, question mark. But now she wasn't allowed to sell anything. Then my mom started complaining, saying I hated her, and that was the only reason I called the cops on her. Then she ran away. Then someone else walked up and tried saying he could sell guinea pigs. I don't remember this part, but someone else was standing with me, and we were just like, you don't know anything about guinea pigs, build a cage then. And then he set up this 3-cage guinea pig thing very badly. He went, that's it, are you done? Are you finished? And he went, yup. And we immediately started grilling him on what he did wrong. In all cages, he gave no water, gave no hay, gave no bedding, gave no toys, gave no decoration. And the guinea pigs were just sitting there. Question mark. That's all I remember. Okay, I remember something else. Vexstar was there, but he said something racist, so I slapped him. And I cannot. That's too violent. Slash. Wish I could remember all the details, but it went on for what felt like 2 hours. Basically, if you watch this video, oh my god, I cannot say this. I cannot say this dream either. This girl from middle school posted a review of this product, and if you watch the entire review, you would have to buy the product. I remember being in a supermarket doing my shopping, and then I don't know how I got there, but the next thing I knew was I was in the White House. Everything was white. The clothes people were wearing too. I'm gonna stop talking. Oh my god. Okay, I cannot. It's not what you think, but I cannot say this dream. I remember Taeyoung and Namjoon and my dog, one person from middle school and one person from high school. I don't remember the other people in the house. We all had to follow these tasks, and if we didn't do them in time, we got a strike. 3 strikes and we're out. Okay, I woke up back in the supermarket now. I know how much time had passed, but no one was telling me or caring for me. Off the floor. Next thing I know, I'm talking with this person from high school and middle school, and we realized everything was fake. Me and high school person watched the same person's review. Middle school watched a different one. So now we're trying to warn people, but no one was listening to us. It was all fake, but it felt very real. Okay, literally, what the fuck? Okay, it's not what you think. Maybe I'm gonna cut out parts of that dream, so your dreams will be okay. But okay, slash. This dream, it was nighttime. I was sitting in my backyard, and America's Got Talent that was being filmed next door in my neighbor's backyard. The contestant was from Turkey, and Simon Cowell said, I don't believe in Turkey. I can't say that next sentence. He kept going on and on about it until the contestant went up on stage his chair. That's right. But everyone hit the X, so we had to go home. I tried telling my dad about it, and he said Turkey's a country, and I went, yeah. He said, I thought it was Yemen or something. I didn't think it was an actual place. And then I read the Wikipedia, and the first line said, Turkey was founded in 2025. It currently has 6,124,000 residents. The actual Wikipedia was 1923, and it's 84,780,000 residents. Wow. Okay, there was one more dream. I don't think the last dream is violent. Okay, I read that. Okay, this dream isn't violent. It's just kind of long. I mean, fuck it, whatever. I'll just say it. Okay. January. Okay, this is the last one. January 14th. I was in middle school, and word got out that this kid in my Catholic school was gay, and he was going to tell his grandma at the basketball game tonight. So he had to leave school early. As soon as he left, we all decided to band together, the entire school, to go support him at his game. Bitch, this would never fucking happen in my middle school. My parents picked me up, and I was crying, begging them to bring me to the game. And now everyone in the school was going over. He was in the game at this point, so he wouldn't see it, but we were all posting on social media that we were proud of him. Which is also like, why are we coming out for him? True. People were posting on Reddit and getting like 20,000 upvotes in minutes. There was one post from someone named M, and the title was like, I'm so proud of my friend for coming out. He's been dealing with struggles his whole life, and I'm glad he finally had the courage to come out. And she attached 4 pictures. Pick 1, a collage pic of 9 pics, pictures of her and 4 of her friends and me. And then 3 more pics of me. Picture 2, a screenshot of mine and theirs conversation of me asking, are you going to the game? Them responding yes, and me asking where is it located, and them telling me the address. And she didn't have any of her numbers saved, so she just doxed all of us in the basketball game. Pick 3, a picture of just me. Pick 4, a picture of me in my driveway, hanging out with 2 dogs. Now, instead of driving to the game, I was now flying through the town, and everyone was sitting in the streets. There were pride flags everywhere. I flew through one and accidentally took it with me. I then flew into the guy's bathroom. It was also my friend from middle school. He was on the toilet, and he was like, well, now I know the next time I need to nail it down or something, because it was just hanging from the top rope. And I was like, yeah, dude, pride. There was an even huger one. And then I flew back and hung it over the same rope. Cut back to the basketball game. People in my class were standing around the court crying because we were so proud of him for being so brave. Reminder, he told me that he was gay. He never said he was going to come out to his grandma, and I didn't tell anyone he was gay. The whole school was standing in the halls. My class was standing on the outsides of the basketball court, but we kept looking for our friend, and we couldn't see him. We weren't calling out for his name or anything, or asking anybody where he was, but we just couldn't see him. The basketball game was horrible too. The players kept traveling, missing shots and throwing the balls at players' faces and making them get hurt, so they had to step off the court. Cut to a video now, that I was watching, It was of present day me, but still in middle school times. I'm watching the video. I was growing chicken nuggets from scratch in a multi-vegetable / flower potter. I was recording a few seconds a day. I would show the progress. On the whiteboard in front of the plant, I would write a number, and then I would say a phrase in Spanish. Example, day 1, 3:45, Spanish. Day 2, 6:38, Spanish. Day 7, 4,730, Spanish. And each day, the chicken nuggets would get moldier and moldier. On day 10, it was like very moldy now. Day 10, 71,777. Mi casa es... Oh my god. Camera pans to me standing next to the planes in the middle of the street. I never followed up on John, gay guy's name. And then, still in the video, I turned around and got out my phone and started watching a video of what happened to John. We were still watching the original video though. This is what my vision sees. It was an animation in Spanish, translated